Hey guys, Shalana here. Welcome to the Binge Zone. On today's video, we're going to be looking at the Dark Season 3 teaser trailer. We're going to be breaking down the trailer, trying to get a better understanding of what's to come in the third season. Because by the end of the second season, but before we go on, right? If you guys are watching this, you're looking at the teaser breakdown. So we're going to be discussing stuff in season 1 and 2. So if you guys haven't seen those, go check that out because this is going to be littered with spoilers. You've been warned. So now what we know so far is at the end of the second season, Jonas was saved by Martha from the second universe, and we have that storyline going on. At the same time, in the main storyline, the main universe, we have the foundation of Sigmundus happening when adult Jonas takes his friends and he goes back in time with them. The apocalypse is happening. Charlotte and Elizabeth found out their mother and daughter, which is a whole trip in itself. And we have these varying storylines going on. So we're going to see what this trailer is about and what this trailer has in store for us. So let's begin.
Du hast sicherlich viele Fragen. Wollen wir anfangen?
Das Ende ist der Anfang. Und der Anfang ist das Ende.
Warum bin ich hier?
Alles im
So far we have adult Jonas Adam narrating, and this guy seems to be a new character, a new antagonist. At first, initially, I thought it was Bartosz because he would be the only one I could think of that has an innate gripe with Adam at this point. But it seems to be a whole new character that wasn't in the first two seasons. I have a theory that this guy might be in the secondary universe and he's traversing to this universe, because so far in the first two seasons we've been introduced to all of our antagonists or all of our characters, so that's one way of looking at it. This is a totally new character.
Leben verläuft in Zyklen. Aber dieses Mal wird es der letzte Zyklus sein.
Können wir den Lauf der Dinge verändern?
Wo hast du sie hingeschickt?
Dieser Knoten lässt sich nur lösen, indem man ihn ganz vernichtet.
Before we go on, what's interesting about this scene here, the last one we just saw, was we saw the guy and his younger self and an older version of himself burning down the HQ of Sigmundus. But the way the camera plays a trick on us, it seems that they're all three in the room, but I don't believe that's the case, because the trailer says to break the knot, to unloose the knot, you have to destroy it. And if they're all three in the same place destroying the HQ, that doesn't really destroy the knot per se. But if those three are in three different timelines having a simultaneous destruction of the Sigmundus base, that's one way to destroy and end that entire thing. You have to attack it from three different timelines, because we know Dark works in a triumvirate. Three timelines happening simultaneously, or three time periods happening simultaneously. So one way to break the knot is to not burn 1 inch of the triumvirate, but to burn all three to make sure you truly unwind the knot or untie the knot like they said. Okay, we saw a few things. Let's go back just a bit because we saw a few things here. This is adult Jonas. This person right here, adult. This is the new protagonist and his future self and his younger self, and that is Claudia Tiedeman's secretary. Now we know Claudia as the White Witch, and we know that she's going to traverse into the second universe because she told Jonas that she has seen a universe without him. Remember in the second season when she spoke to Jonas, she saw a universe without him. So he is here doing something to Claudia's assistant, probably looking for her, because Claudia seems to have some intricate ties between two universes, and that's why she has the machinations going. Because remember, she's also fighting against Adam in her own way, and she has her own plans that she has going on. So by him looking for Claudia, by him going to this time period, and that seems to be the 1986, 1987 time period, because that's how young the secretary looks, so that's the time period it is. He's looking for Claudia at this point. He might have just missed her because if you guys remember, she had just gotten the time machine from her future self in that same time period after she killed her father, and she's on the run. So he's trying to pinpoint exactly when she traverses the times, and that's why he went to 1986, 1987. That's Bartosz. No, not Bartosz, sorry. That's Magnus, and he seems to be doing the same thing that his father did to Helge in 1933. We don't know exactly when they are, but looking at this screen here and looking at the background, they can't be in modern times because we know Magnus has traversed. The key would be if this is Magnus in the second universe and he's bashing in somebody else's head of that universe who ends up being a quote-unquote bad guy like Helge ends up being. Matter of fact, what if that other guy from the second season, the one who's burning down Sigmundus, is Helge of that universe? That's just a food for thought. That was Claudia. Go back a second. Right here. This is Claudia. That's her using the time machine for the other universe. Remember, the time machine for the other universe is an orb, and that's her traversing to this from universe 1 to universe 2. Because we know she said she's visited another universe, so that's her traversing in that.
Das alles stimmt. Du wirst alles verstehen, wenn es an der Zeit ist zu.
A few things about this scene. One, Martha 2 from the second universe, because of the black hair, she's wearing the coat that Jonas wears, the raincoat. So that leads me to believe that Martha is Jonas from the second universe. What I mean by she's Jonas from the second universe is that this universe has no Jonas, right? So someone has to discover the cave and have the time machine or universe machine of her universe. And that room right there is Sigmundus. And you see in the background here, that's Adam and Eve. And we hear a woman narrating to her, similarly saying the same thing that Adam was saying to Jonas, but to Martha. So that has me believe that Adam is future Jonas. So Martha here is talking to future Martha, which would be Eve. As you can see, the statue in the background is Adam and Eve. So that's their two respective universes. What if Martha and Jonas from the two universes are struggling to connect with each other because they are the progenitors of a new dimension, a new timeline? Because remember, they're trying to break the cycle, and they would be Adam and Eve to a whole new timeline, a whole new universe. And that's what they're both trying to achieve in some sense.
Verstehen.
You see Adam shift his machine. Eve is probably going to shift her machine. Because remember, Adam was very adamant about killing his universe's Martha. And he loved her, so he knows what that means. And he knows that he has to change the timeline somewhat. And that would send his future self, not his future, but his past self to deal with Martha too. And that's how he is introduced to that Martha. And that's how they probably come with the plan to merge the universes and why she came back to save him. So you see in a sense that they are Adam and Eve. They're both working in concert in two separate universes to achieve a new universe where it breaks their cycle. Universe 1 has a cycle, and I'm 100% sure that Universe 2 also has a cycle.
Tick, tick,
TikTok.
tick,
Final
tick.
cycle begins, the final cycle. That is the day of the apocalypse, and they're both going to use whatever they can to destroy the time periods of both universes to create something new. Because remember, also, back in season 2, the people in the year 2052, was it 2052 or 2053, they talked about the apocalypse being a gateway to a new universe, a paradise, if you will. And that is the future. So they know it's coming. So that would mean that Adam and Eve, Martha and Jonas are both working in tandem in separate universes to create a new timeline. But they also have a wake of bodies and fucking people's lives up that are in their wake to come up with something totally new. Anyway, guys, that is what I've gotten from the trailer. That's my breakdown, my reaction to it. If you guys want more, I will be working on a theory about Martha, Hannah, and the second universe coming out later. And that universe delves into a theory of the ramifications and the importance of Hannah as well as Martha in the second universe as well as the first universe. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. And TikTok, the third season is coming soon.